talking to voters about the candidates and the issues in today's primary. So he tagged along with voters there on an ice fishing trip. Is that fun? We'll see. The weather might be a factor today. Why? Because snow is in the forecast. So let's go back to Cafe Lorraine, which I learned, Tony, in the last half hour means queen. Did you know that? Thank you, Tony. It means queen.
Hey, good morning, Gayle. I got to tell you, ice fishing is very fun, and I have it on good authority that you can come out anytime, and you'll be welcome.
Can't wait.
The coffee here at Cafe Lorraine is terrific. The croissants already sold out, but that is not why President Trump was here last night. He was here last night because New Hampshire could emerge as a key battleground in November. He lost here by the slimmest margin of any state in 2016, and the voters here are famously independent. Just 28% are registered as Democrats, just 29% as Republicans, and the largest number, 42%, officially undeclared. Because those voters are allowed to participate in today's Democratic primary, New Hampshire can be hard to poll. So we found if you want to get a sense of how people are feeling, it helps if you break the ice.
On a winter day in New Hampshire, there aren't too many places to go looking for voters. But over an ice fishing hole in Concord is one of them.
How many maggots do you put on a hook to catch a fish?
I'm going to put 3 on right now.
And that's where we met Dennis Witcher and Tim Moore.
You're a hunting guide primarily, you're a fishing guide.
Mm-hmm.
You're a Republican, you're a Democrat.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of says it all when it comes to the New Hampshire primary, as many sort of Democrats review a field of candidates they only sort of like.
I'm struggling with the presidential race this year.
What's the struggle over?
The division in this country is probably the biggest issue that I have right now. It's just heartbreaking.
Whoa.
Little fish here.
Whoa.
Little guy.
Up here, we found reeling in fish can be easier than reeling in votes.
Healthcare is one of your top issues.
Yeah, I'm self-employed, so it's expensive. It's very expensive.
Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders seem to have Medicare for all plans, right?
Yep.
Free at the point of service. Sounds pretty good, no?
Well, how are we going to pay for it?
Another major campaign topic felt unavoidable.
This is 40 degrees, I got my coat open, but it's not supposed to be this hot.
No.
No, it's global warming. Climate
You say that
change.
with a smile. What do you think? You don't really believe it, do
It's
you?
a joke. You got to be kidding me.
Tim, are you with Dennis on that point?
No.
I didn't think so. So your biggest issues are, in order, political polarization,
Healthcare.
healthcare.
Healthcare and climate. I mean,
You mean the hoax that your friend here says is not affecting your business?
not
and-
just climate change. I mean, the Trump administration is rolling back protections on our water at a staggering rate.
As Moore considers who might be able to help him, Witcher has his own mixed feelings about the person now in charge, President Trump.
What do you think of his character?
That's a tough call.
As he gave it some thought,
Whoa, I got one.
There you go. Hook
right,
the-
yeah, reel him in.
It's Tony's fish. This could be dinner.
Oh,
nice one.
I'm not going to grab it with my bare hand like you.
then back to the topic at hand.
I think on a personal level, he has a good character, but his public appearance, it's pretty crude.
Do you think he's always honest?
I think he's an honest person, but he sure does tell a lot of lies.
For now, Witcher is willing to look past it all for one reason.
How do you think the economy's doing?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I think his trade policies, the tariffs, dealing with China has helped a lot, and he's managed to keep the farmers happy.
We decided to warm up in Manchester, where President Trump has even stronger support.
What's your favorite thing that he's gotten done?
Everything.
All of it? What about you? What stands
I look
out?
at my kids' college funds. They've thrived.
Yeah?
Yeah, along with our 401s, my wife's, myself's.
But also much stronger opposition from primary voters like Deborah Tolles and Jessica Pomerello.
I really like Amy.
Amy Klobuchar.
Yeah, I do. But I'm not sure if she can beat Trump or not.
And an ability to beat Trump is a big qualification for you.
Anybody can beat Trump.
I have to agree with you on that one, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like him.
Back on the pond, Witcher and Moore are as divided as anyone, but only politically.
So what advice do you have for the rest of the country to get along the way you two guys are?
Go fishing.
Yeah.
Makes life pretty easy.
I think that's pretty good advice there for all of America. Just go fishing. But today in New Hampshire, people are voting, and if there were any doubt, more and more people are coming into the cafe with these stickers. I voted, one for all. Unlike Iowa, it's important to point out that this is a traditional one-person, one-vote secret ballot. Here's your sticker back, sir. These 3 folks have already voted this morning. None of them are talking about who they voted, though. They close the curtain. It's their business. That's a tradition here in New Hampshire. A lot of independents, a lot of undeclared voters. We talked to them as part of that ice fishing piece and our trip to the bars of Manchester and Concord. We heard a lot of support for Tulsi Gabbard, believe it or not. She's not polling that well, but she is a candidate who defies easy definition, left or right. And one thing we found here in New Hampshire is that is definitely true of the state itself.
Boy, Tony, it sounds like a lot of us need to go fishing if that's what it takes to
if we get a few hundred million people on the ice.
Get along. I also like the Secretary of State of New Hampshire saying to you, you can't hack a pencil.
Yes.
So hopefully it'll go a lot more smoother in New Hampshire than it did.
And nice fish, Tony. Bring it home.
Yeah, very nice.